Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Atul Prabhu. Can I have you on stage?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's truly wonderful to be here. I work in Truecaller as the Director of Product Management. I lead the global ads product. So I and the team essentially obsess about creating ad products which not only fulfill the advertisers' objectives on the one hand, but also create really meaningful and impactful experiences for users. So before I get into my presentation, I'll just want to show a quick video. All right. So Truecaller's mission is simple. The mission is to make communication safer, smarter, and more efficient. And if you think about it, this problem has never been as important, as ever before. One in every 3 phone calls that an average Indian receives is from outside the phone book. On an average, the Indian consumer receives 3 spam messages in a day. It is estimated that in just last year alone, upwards of 22,000 crores was lost in frauds and scams. So this is a large problem and it's becoming even bigger, and Truecaller is on a mission to solve this. So if you think about it, trust is built very deeply into what Truecaller does, into how consumers use Truecaller on a daily basis, and how the kind of perception we're able to drive in the user's mind. And we do this with the help of our best-in-class solutions. The first is, of course, the caller ID, which helps you identify who's calling. We also have something called verified businesses, which is essentially to let you know if there are legitimate businesses trying to reach out to you. And then, of course, there's messaging or SMS. And now when we think about talk about ads on Truecaller, like how does it all come together, right? There's a reason why more than 10,000 brands continue to work with Truecaller on the ad side on a continuous basis. And I spoke about trust. I think it goes back to trust. When you have that kind of a product, you have unparalleled reach. Like Althea spoke about this, in this panel. In the world, we have 450 million global users. In India, 300 million. And in South India, we have 75 million monthly active users. And it's not just that. It's also about the stickiness. So if you see our DAU to MAU ratio, It's upwards of 80%. That's right up there in terms of the best apps in the world. So not only do we have a very large base of users, they actually come back onto our app almost on a daily basis, which is phenomenal. And these numbers are right up there in terms of any benchmark that you can think of, in terms of the best media properties which are out there. So think of your IPL cricket season, think of your T20 World Cup, the numbers are right up there. But it's not just about reach, it's also about relevance. And relevance really has two parts to it. One is the fact that you're able to meaningfully cohort users. So for example, you're able to reach out to mothers, shoppers, travelers. And then there's also the context in which you're showing. And this is also one of the discussion points that came up in the last panel. So if you think about it, the attention span of users today is lower than ever. There are so many apps which are competing for attention, whether it's social, whether it's gaming, whether it's messaging. And here, Truecaller has a unique advantage. If you get a phone call, the attention level is at the highest. And it's also the most uncluttered screen. So it's relevance in terms of finding the right audience, but it's also relevance in terms of how your brand's message is placed on the screen in the context of the user. And when we do that, when you reach the relevant users in the relevant manner, we see that it drives results for businesses. Just 3 examples of how we've been able to drive impact among many. I want to move on to Truecaller ad products. So I lead this team, and I am the team, like I was saying, obsess about this on a daily basis on how can we continue to create innovative products for businesses that solve meaningful problems for businesses, and at the same time create cutting-edge experiences for users on the other side. Now, our approach has been full funnel, just like every business has different kinds of needs at different points in time. Truecaller has essentially built solutions around all of those use cases. So if you think about it, right at the top of the funnel, if you want to build mass awareness, we have things like roadblock. You can essentially drive billions of impressions in just a matter of a day. Then if you talk about more mid-funnel solutions, like for example, if you want to take the user onto a website, if you want to build consideration, we of course have a lot of targeted solutions there. And then the bottom funnel, which is becoming increasingly popular among advertisers, which is hardcore efficiency, driving transactions, conversions. We've invested very heavily in AI and continue to do so to continuously give that efficient media buying at the bottom of the funnel to advertisers. Now, what makes Truecaller ads product stand out? The first part I would say is how intelligently we're able to use the data and the context to segment users. And it's not just about segmenting the users, but the context that I was talking about, that becomes supremely important. And which is where Truecaller really stands out. If you think about it, by nature of the way Truecaller is, we are able to find and infer that context in an unparalleled manner. If you get a call from a business and you've been on the call for some time, or if you've been interacting with certain kinds of call from certain kinds of business profiles, those are signals, very important signals for us to tap into in terms of context. Now imagine the kind of brand messaging and impact that you can create when you can place your message in that context. It's unparalleled. Then there's AI-driven, engine that we've built and we continue to work on. Everything is now moving into 100% automation, which means which ad to show to which user at which point in time to drive what result is an AI agent of sorts, which is basically working, behind the scenes. And then creative optimizations. Like, for sure, what you see is very different from what I see. And that is different from a case-to-case basis. I want to take this opportunity to talk about a few innovations that we've done that we're truly been working hard on and very excited about. So this is Truecaller Play. Again, Althea briefly spoke about this. This is where we've gone above and beyond from what static or plain vanilla offerings existed. We've gone ahead and done rich media, interactive solutions, interstitials, ministitials that all come together, and where everything else remains the same. The contextual targeting, the data intelligence, all of that remains the same, but we've been able to create more interactive formats. And I'll just play a quick video to showcase it.
We deliver over 5 billion brand moments every single day. With 3 billion roadblocks, first-party targeting, and high-impact masthead placements, we've helped brands scale, perform, and stay visible. That's why over 10,000 brands across sectors trust us to deliver results. But when you asked for more, we listened. Introducing Truecaller Play, a full suite of non-static, high-impact formats built for scale, creativity, and better engagement. From standard video formats to custom canvas builds, Truecaller Play lets your brand do more than just being seen. It lets it be experienced. Rich media, interactive elements, cinematic takeovers, all within the trusted Truecaller interface. We even help you build it. It's a complete product suite built for marketers who want more. So go ahead, push boundaries, play big. This is your playground. Truecaller Play. The evolution is here.
All right, so that's all about Truecaller Play. I now want to move on to something else which we're very, very excited about. So this is called Truecaller Cart. What we've done here is essentially we've deeply integrated with the various quick commerce apps and essentially built a very seamless click to commerce experience. So if you're on Truecaller and there's a certain context in the kind of cohorting, etc., all of that we spoke about, you could with just one click land on the page, that relevant product page on the quick commerce app, and imagine as a business, you've moved the consumer from awareness to consideration to purchase, and then the loop gets closed as well. Like the product is also delivered to the consumer within a matter of minutes. So this is something that we're very excited about, and we're going very deep into. Any business that has products listed on quick commerce can essentially tap into this to essentially just close that entire consumer loop in a matter of minutes. And then there's something, we've always had roadblocks, which is essentially the opportunity for your brand to take over Truecaller, right, on a day or on a weekend. Now we're very excited about the prospect of launching something called regional roadblocks. Now this is for you if you want to take over your town, if you want to paint your town red. Imagine the possibility where in your town, in your city, in the market that you care about, on a day or on a weekend, every phone call that users receive have the opportunity, like for you, to show your brand's message on those screens. It's unparalleled impact. And this is something, again, that we've been seeing a lot of interest in, and we're doubling down on a lot as well. I'll walk you through a very quick case study, how we were able to drive a lot of impact for Xiaomi. There was a new launch that they wanted sort of to amplify. We were able to drive not just billions of impressions, but also drive search intent and really amplify the launch. CTR upwards of 2% and like 16 million clicks. So, I mean, if we talk about numbers, I think Truecaller will always have, I think, tremendous numbers. But the note that I want to leave with is this. As a marketer, as anybody who deals with media buying decisions, there are really a few things that you care about, right? Very simple, broad, high level, few things that you care about. You want to place your brand's message in a platform which is safe, trusted, and something which is right and not trusted among users. You want reach in the right numbers that you care about, and also in terms of the relevant reach that you want in the relevant manner. And ultimately, you want to drive the results that matter for the brand and for the business. And Truecaller checks all those boxes, and Truecaller is on a mission to continue to innovate and offer innovative ad products which bring consumers and advertisers together. So whenever you're next thinking about allocating your marketing budgets, Truecaller should be on top of your mind. On that note, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
So very much, Atul, that was fabulous. And let me tell you, I have no problems, at least with YouTube. I have issues with the ads when it comes to Truecaller. I enjoy the ads because I know something amazing is waiting for me on the other side. And to felicitate our fabulous speaker, may I please invite on stage Mr. Anand, the co-founder of Sweet Karam Coffee. Can I please have you on stage? Fab session. Thank you for taking us through and telling us the impact of Truecaller.